It's formed for the happiness of mankind, for companionship and for posterity. It is the cornerstone of our society. Marriage must rest upon the firm supports of mutual love and mutual respect, and when thus supported with constancy and commitment, marriage is a grand structure, and very fortunate and blessed are those who live within its confines. Do you, Alan, take Ritchie to be your lawful wedded husband? Do you promise to love him, to cherish him, to honor him, and to keep him only unto you, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Ritchie, take Alan to be your lawful wedded husband? Do you promise to love him, to cherish him, to honor him, and to keep him only unto you, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
This marriage brings with it the promise that you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other, that you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other, that there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other, that you are two persons, but you will travel through this life together as one. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead. May happiness be your companion, and your days together be good upon this earth. Now, Elizabeth has a few words for us.
It is fitting that Alan and Ritchie first came into each other's lives through heartstrings. I thought I could get through more than the first one. Because their love for each other has always been about the heart. We are all grateful that they found each other because they were meant to be together, and together they have made their lives and our lives so much richer and happier. We're all here today to celebrate the love of these two handsome, talented, kind, caring, loving, and generous men who love each other passionately and tenderly and fully. We are fortunate that they had the wisdom to find each other and to find that love in each other, despite the fact that at that time, the barriers and the challenges to their being together were many. Religious institutions had not yet evolved to recognize that love should be honored and not judged. The law did not recognize their right to be together or to marry. Many in society did not believe that they had the right to be in love. They faced challenges from different backgrounds, and they faced the physical and emotional demands of vigilantly holding AIDS at bay. But they were wiser than those who said no, and they said yes to a life together of joy and attachment. A life filled with growth and sharing, travel and adventure to the far ends of the earth, love and appreciation of theater and music that flourished because they experienced it together, embracing of their separate and very different worlds of work where each was dedicated to perfecting their craft, a shared commitment to always do what is right and to help to make the world a better place, whether it was working with the Names Project or the Jewish Community Relations Council, or educating young and old about AIDS and HIV, creating the AIDS Awareness Shabbat at Achavat Achim Synagogue, and increasing awareness in our community about this disease in a way that fostered understanding and overcame prejudice and fear. A generous giving of their time and attention and philanthropy to many far-flung causes, to fight discrimination, to uphold social justice, to support progressive political candidates, and many others. They said yes to a life together, enriching their families by giving wholeheartedly and their whole hearts to each parent, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew, great niece, great nephew, and four-footed family members. they said yes to creating a vibrant and very large circle of friends that grew from each of their independent lives to their lives together. No one could be a better friend or godfather than Alan and Ritchie. And so 16 years ago, next month, on January 15th, 2000, with many of us there in joyful and rapt attendance, Alan and Ritchie entered into a sacred and permanent pledge to love each other forever. Their commitment ceremony was beautiful and memorable and unique. It was a celebration that we all remember with great delight and admiration. They did not have the legal right to marry or to have their vows legally recognized. That made no difference to the quality, depth, or strength of their commitment to each other. They were bound and are bound in a way that no law could enhance. But we can also take pleasure that society and religion and the law have at long last caught up and hopefully will continue to make progress to end discrimination, and soon. Many advocates and lawmakers and courts have seen to it over these years that the laws must change, edged along by the efforts of many, including our own Judge Wendy Hsu, who in her wisdom and friendship is presiding here today. So that finally, in June, the Supreme Court declared the constitutional right to marry for all. And the wise members of the court said, "No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than once they were. Marriage embodies a love that may endure even past death." So we cannot, by our actions today, add anything to the commitment to the love and devotion and happiness that Alan and Ritchie have shared as partners all these years and that they have brought into all of our lives. We cannot further consecrate what has always been sacred. We cannot dignify that which has had the admiration and respect of everyone that they knew. We cannot strengthen an unbreakable, unshakable bond that they forged together, but we can make it legal, so let's do it.
So I am so sorry to be so late to this party. Inasmuch as you've made your vows here today, by virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the judiciary of the state of Georgia, finally, I hereby pronounce you truly, well and truly married. You may kiss.
Thank you.
One more thing.
Yay!
One more thing.
Yay!
Ask Ritchie.
Ritchie.
Okay.
You know his duty.
Hey.
Don't really watch out.
Good.
Oh.
Don't miss. What?
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you.
May we have a toast? May we have a toast?
Yes.
All right. Betsy, take the cups. Champagne. Jay, would you open this one and I'll get another one?
Whose nose you want me to hit with?